Welcome to Nemo Manhwa Recap. Before we dive into today's episode, let us know in the comments which city are you watching from. And don't forget to like and subscribe so you never miss an update. Today's story takes us to a dangerous harbor, where brave soldiers are about to face an army of pirates. The soldiers are led by a strong and smart leader named Jangi. His team wears special combat suits that protect them from bullets and other dangers. These suits are better than any armor and help them move safely and quickly. Most of the pirates they were going to fight only had basic guns called AK rifles. They were not trained well in combat and were mostly just wild fighters. This made them easy targets for Jangi and his team. The pirates might have been dangerous at sea, but on land they had a hard time keeping up. Bailey Changqing, one of Jangi's most trusted soldiers, explained the plan to the team. He said that their suits would keep them safe and they just needed to focus on the real threats. The mutant pirates. Mutants were not ordinary humans. They had special powers that made them dangerous. After explaining, Bailey looked at Jangi to see if he agreed with the plan. Jangi gave a strong nod. He liked the plan and saw no need to change it, but he reminded his team to always be careful. Safety first, never underestimate the enemy, he said firmly. The team replied with a loud and confident, "Understood." Less than an hour later, Jangi and his team reached the edge of Chao Harbor. They knew the pirates might try to ambush them, so they parked their vehicles far away and continued on foot. The high-tech suits they wore were better than any armored vehicle. The vehicles were just for transportation, not for battle. Jangi decided it was time to push forward. There was no point in hiding anymore. He called out to Shuao, a teammate who could control the wind. Jangi asked Shuao to create a snowstorm to block the enemy's view. Shuao nodded and raised his hands. A strong wind blew, and snow began to swirl through the air. Within moments, a massive snowstorm covered the area around the harbor. It acted like a smokescreen, hiding Jangi's team as they moved closer. The pirates noticed the sudden snowstorm. Kano, a pirate leader, sat on a snow-covered chariot. He was a tall, thin man with sharp, shark-like teeth. Instead of being afraid, Kano looked excited. He grinned widely, showing off his sharp teeth, and his eyes sparkled with joy. Kano knew Jangi's team had arrived. Instead of running away, he ordered his men to fight. "Kill them all!" he shouted. The pirates, wild and battle-hungry, roared in response. They lifted their guns and fired into the storm. But the storm made it hard to see, and their aim was terrible. The bullets flew wildly, hitting nothing but snow. Even worse, their regular bullets couldn't pierce the advanced suits of Jangi's. Team Bailey Changqing remained calm. His voice was steady as he told his team to ignore the weak pirates and focus on the mutants. The goal was to end the battle as fast as possible. As Jangi's group got closer to the harbor, some pirates climbed onto metal containers. They laughed loudly and fired their guns at the soldiers. The mutants stayed hidden, waiting for the perfect moment to attack. Just when Jangi's team was about 1,000 meters away, something strange happened. Leading the charge, Bailey Changqing suddenly crashed into something invisible. The impact sent him flying backward. He rolled through the snow, but quickly landed on his feet. The other soldiers didn't see the barrier either. They ran straight into it and bounced back, confused. They reached out their hands, feeling something solid but invisible in front of them. Jangi's eyes narrowed. It was a clear, unbreakable wall. Someone from the enemy had set up a special power. Without wasting time, Jangi pulled out his silver pistol. He ordered his team to step aside and aimed at the barrier. The gun fired a holy silver bullet. These bullets were designed to break through demonic energy and destroy magical barriers. But when the bullet hit the invisible wall, it just dropped to the ground. The wall didn't even crack. Jangi's expression turned serious. Even a holy silver bullet couldn't break it. What kind of power were they dealing with? Before Jangi and his team could analyze the situation, they heard the roar of engines. Through the snowy haze, they saw a group of pirates on snowmobiles. The pirates burst through the container defense line, heading straight for them. The pirates were shouting and laughing, thinking they had Jangi's team trapped. They believed they could capture them and make a fortune by trading them for rewards. To these pirates, the ambush was already a win. Jangi's team stood their ground. Thousands of pirates charged at them, looking like a giant swarm of insects. Wu, one of Jangi's soldiers, found their reckless charge almost funny. He thought the pirates must have a death wish if they thought they could just rush in and win. But Jangi wasn't as relaxed. His instincts told him something was wrong. He took a few steps back and felt something invisible blocking his way. He placed his hand against the barrier and realized they were completely surrounded. Jangi quickly ordered his team to check the area. They soon saw it. A huge transparent cage surrounded them on all sides, even above and below. Outside the cage, thousands of pirates stood ready, their faces twisted into smug grins. They didn't attack right away. Instead, they moved aside, clearing a path for someone important. A tall, thin man with a sharp, shark-like face stepped forward. It was Kano, the captain of the 4th Division of the Tianwong Pirates. His cold eyes looked over Jangi's team, and a sneer spread across his face. Kano mocked them, asking if they truly understood where they were. He was confident they were trapped and had no way out. Jangi stayed calm. Instead of answering, he gave his team an order. He told them to try, breaking through the barrier. The team didn't hesitate. They attacked the invisible wall with everything they had, bullets, superpowers, and even their fists. But nothing worked. The wall absorbed all their attacks. It didn't crack, shake, or even reflect the hits. Kano sighed dramatically, acting as if he was offended. He raised his finger and smirked. "You're wasting your time," he said. "Once you're inside this cage, escape is impossible. You're nothing more than birds trapped in a cage now." Among the pirates, a man named Chinu watched the scene with a creepy smile. His power, called drawing the ground as a prison, had created the invisible cage. It was a trap set in advance. Once someone walked into it, the walls rose and locked them inside. The only way out was through Chinu. If he moved or died, the prison would break. But as long as he stayed still and alive, the cage remained unbreakable. Kano's playful grin turned serious. With a sharp wave of his hand, he ordered the attack. Pirates began shooting, and a rain of bullets poured down on Jangi's team. Jangi quickly commanded his team to defend. He activated his 2-round barrier, a powerful shield that covered a small area around him and a few teammates. The barrier was strong, but it was small. It couldn't protect everyone. Fortunately, each member of Jangi's team had special abilities that helped them block the bullets. Just then, a mutant pirate used his powers to create a giant ice ball. He threw it at Jangi's team, but Jangi acted fast. He opened a dimensional gate and the ice ball disappeared into his alternate space. The attack was gone without a trace. Kano's eyes narrowed. He had heard about Jangi. His defense was strong, but as long as they were trapped, their energy would run out. The pirates brought out heavy weapons, cannons and rocket launchers. They wanted to wear down Jangi's team until they had nothing left, but Jangi stood strong. His eyes remained cold, his focus sharp. The battle was far from over, and he wasn't ready to give up. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. We'll be back tomorrow with another exciting episode. Until then, take care and remember, stay safe.